What's up, Ocean? You got Matt here, coach of your Montreal Milotic, bringing you our draft analysis for Season 4 of the UPBA. This league is allowing Ubers, which is awesome, but they're only allowing 9 Ubers, which is not awesome. There are 16 coaches in one division, 16 coaches in another division, 32 coaches in total, so a lot of people to make sure to go and check out. Links are down in the description. But I am kind of excited for this league because of the Ubers, kind of not excited for the same reason because there's only 9 Ubers, which sucks, but our team is still very, very strong. So make sure to stick around, leave a like on the video, and of course, subscribe if you have not already. If it's your first time coming here, hi, how's it going? I'm Matt, welcome to the channel. I'm one of the better draft league players in the world. That's my opinion. If you guys disagree, fine, there are some really good players, but it's true. Anyways, let's go ahead and jump into what we have this time around, this draft. Last season, we went to the semifinals and lost, and this time around, we had the 11th pick in the draft. And like I said before, there were 9 Ubers. Some are really insane, some are really broken, like McGear and Restaurant, which I don't think should have been allowed. Some are not so great, like Faramosa. But we ended up getting a non-Uber, which is going to be Dragapult. Now, I've used Dragapult many times in the past before. It has fantastic speed, and the reason why I drafted it now, instead of going with Urshifu Single Strike, which was my other opportunity, was because Dragapult's matchup against Ubers in this gen, or in this league rather, is so good. The only Ubers that really effectively check it is like Magirna and maybe one other. Which again, if I pair Dragapult with any of the possibilities, many possibilities of Pokemon, I can completely neutralize something like a Magirna. In general, the speeds here is fantastic. 143 base speed is awesome. The attack investment 120, the special attack at 100, again, not bad at all. It's typing. Great. Dragon and Ghost, very offensive. Can be either a Dragon type or a Ghost type. You don't really want to use it as both. Very rarely it comes up, but most of the time people have a good answer to a Dragon type or a good answer to a Ghost type, but rarely people have good answers to both. It also provides me with a fantastic U-turner. An amazing way to start off is by getting a fantastic U-turn core, Volturn core, and this is exactly what Dragapult will provide to me. So, I'm pretty excited to use Dragapult. I've used it before in a non-Ubers league in the CGT, and I did decently well with it. It was my first time using it, and it was okay. I think I could have done better, and I used it once in an Ubers league, which again, I did decent with it. Could have done better, but that was Ubers. This is going to be half-half, not really Ubers, not really standard, so we'll see how it goes. Our next mon, though, is going to be Victini. Now, why Victini? Well, first of all, I haven't used Victini since Generation 7, I think it is, so I haven't used Victini with boots yet, at all, which is pretty exciting for me because it's a brand new Pokemon I get to use, really. At the same time, Victini plus Dragapult beat every single Uber there is. Yeah, period. The Ubers that actually beat Dragapult are going to be Dialga because they take the hit, and then of course the Hello Shadow, and then of course the Magirna, like I was saying. And Victini kind of just shits on both of them with V-Create, which is awesome. So in general, I find this to be a really good Pokemon to pair with Dragapult. It also forces Pokemon to be running Dark moves or Ghost moves, and I have decent answers to those later on in my draft. It also has fantastic speed and is an amazing U-turner as well. So in general, we have a fantastic U-turn core already started off with Victini and Dragapult. And the speed on this, not the speed, the points on this, not bad at all. We had a 115 point budget, we're already down to 76, not bad in the slightest. Our next mon is going to be our Scizor. Now, Scizor is interesting. It helps me beat down fairy types, which is really nice. It also helps me take hits from a lot of different Pokemon, and it provides me with knockoff and defog support. Knockoff is super important because a lot of my opponent's teams are going to be relying on like normal types with a Violite, maybe a Ghost type within a Violite if there is one that's possibly available. Just Pokemon that might have the berries to deal with Dragapult or Victini. It also gets rid of the random choice scarfs, which Victini and Dragapult definitely do appreciate. And only has one weakness, to fire, and both my Pokemon to start already are resisting fire, which is super useful to me. In general, just a fantastic Pokemon. I mentioned it in UBL. I was regretting drafting Clefable. Oops, I'm going backwards. Nope, we are going over here. There we go. No, here. I regretted drafting Clefable, but I'm happy that we have Scizor instead now, because Scizor is, in my opinion, just a bit of a better fit with this team, and also Clef is bad in Ubers. It's bad in Ubers. Next up is going to be our Mamoswine. Mamoswine is super cool because Mamoswine and Victini, I could have drafted one of them and had a fantastic matchup against every single Uber, but I got both, which is awesome. And this gives me my first rocker, another knockoff user, which is nice, a fantastic ground type, fantastic offensive ground type, and it also has priority ice moves for all of the broken ass dragon types in this format. So I felt really good about getting a priority ice shard user like Mamoswine, and the pricing on this is fantastic too. Really happy with this team so far. Very physically based, can have some special, well, movesets with Dragapult and Victini, but mostly going to be run physical, and in general, just a fantastic team so far. Mamoswine gives me a lot of utility, also immune to Intimidate now because of Oblivious. I just find it to be a really solid Pokemon, and the fact that I got this plus Victini plus Pult, insane, very powerful. Our next mon is going to be I got sniped here. This is my first snipe. I mentioned it in my pack video that went up on Monday, so make sure to go back and check that out if you haven't already. The link is going to be up there. Bye, Shadow. My cats are just going crazy. So like I was saying, I mentioned the pack video that I got sniped of Rose Raid. It wasn't in pack, it was actually in UPBA, where Rose Raid was 9 points and I got sniped of it by Shea, 1 pick before me. It really sucked. So instead I had to go with a different option. I really wanted spikes and toxic spikes. Instead I'm going to have to go with, well, at this point, just toxic spikes. And I'm going to get my grounded poison sometimes, which is going to be Gallerizing. This is also my fairy type. It's a really solid fairy type at that. Also, the pricing on this is not bad at all. 12 points is really good. Helps me beat down a lot of the offensive Pokemon that are not going to be the dragons. Not even the dragons. They're not going to be like the ice types like Kyurem Black, which is a dragon, or like the fire types like Reshiram or whatever. Just in general, in this league, I feel like having a Weezing here is going to be really nice. Also gives me a fantastic fighting resist, 4 times resist, because my team is a little bit fighting weak. I don't want to have Dragapult or Victini come in on fighting type attacks because they predict and go for a knockoff or like a Darkest Lariat or something. I could be in a really tough spot. So yeah, really happy with the Gallerizing here. Just wish it was a Rose Raid, but hey, it is what it is. Our next mon is going to be, I might have reached a bit too early for this, but it's still so good for my team. That's going to be Quagsire. Quagsire on my team is really important. The reason for that is because Quagsire provides me with Unaware, which not every Pokemon gets, obviously, and it just gives me a Pokemon that can be really strong in certain matchups against a lot of the Ubers. And at 5 points, I definitely am going to take that. It gives me a backup ground type for Mamoswine, and looking at my team, I have currently 4 resists to grass, including one 4 times resist in Scizor. So Quagsire, I don't have to worry too much about that. Obviously, Freeze Dry is an issue, but I have Scizor with priority to deal with the ice types that get it. So I feel pretty confident about my chances dealing with those things, which again is very nice. Also a fantastic fire resist for my team, which right now is relying a lot on Victini and Dragapult. So not the best in terms of fire resist. Either way, Quagsire really good, super underrated when it comes to Ubers, and if it was regular draft league without the Ubers, I would not have taken Quagsire here. Would have definitely either waited for it or not drafted it at all. Our next mon is going to be, well, unfortunately another snipe. We got sniped of Mandibuzz here, so instead I drafted Moltres, Galar Moltres at that. Now Galar Moltres provides me with a lot of utility because it is a dark type. It's also another, well, my first ground immunity that's natively a ground immunity because Weezing does get Levitate, but still, might want to run neutralizing gas on that thing, might want to absorb toxic spike, so it is what it is. Like I was saying, this Pokemon, super good, super bulky on the special side, especially bulkier than Mandibuzz actually. Just sucks that it doesn't get Roost, which is a little unfortunate, but hey, it is what it is. U-turn is super nice, so it makes up what, my 4th U-turner right now, which is fantastic. Fiery Breath is a great move. The 90% power, 90 base power, 30% chance to flinch, really solid option. It gets Heat Wave as well, just nasty plots all over things. Berserk is a cool ability. In general, it's a fantastic Pokemon I finally get to use. Really excited for it, and in general, just a solid option that I've been afraid of for a lot of different drafts I've done, and now other people are going to have the chance to be afraid of it when it's in my hands. So yeah. Our next mon is going to be Heliolisk. Now this Pokemon gives me a speed tier at 109, and I forgot to mention for Moltres. Moltres cut the speed tier between my Victini and my Mamoswine perfectly. It's base 90. Really important. This Pokemon helps me get the speed tier between Victini and Dragapult at 109 base speed. I'm okay having this as my 2nd fastest Pokemon. I'm okay with it. So in general, I felt like having a Pokemon that was a normal type, which is great, but also Pokemon with dry skin is really nice to have access to, I find, especially in a league that has so many bulky waters and be forced to come because of my Dragapult, Victini, Scizor, Mamoswine, and I guess Quagsire to an extent as well. Like, nothing in my team beats bulky waters instinctively, just like out of like that, it just doesn't. So having this Pokemon here, which doesn't have to rely on overwhelming bulky waters, is really, really nice in my eyes. Really good speed here, dry skin fantastic, immunity to ghost really nice, and just being electric type has a lot of coverage options as well. Grass Knot, Surf, Dark Pulse, Dragon Pulse, gets Glare as well, which is super cool. So yeah, really good option. Also gets U-turn, which not every electric type does, which is again very nice. Our next mon is going to be Machamp. Now, there's a lot of really good 6-point fighting types around. There's like Passimian, there was I think Hitmontop or something, or Hitmonlee or Chan, one of the Hitmons was around. And I went with Machamp because even though it doesn't provide me with U-turn support like Passimian does, it's so much stronger. And it's really good to break through a lot of the fat normal types that are in the format that are going to be coming to check my Dragapult. And again, not the most offensive thing, or not the most good thing, let's call it that, because it is 6 points, but it is still a very strong Pokemon. I believe I did get a bit of a discount with drafting Machamp here. I've used it before and it was so much fun. I've used physically defensive Machamp in certain leagues and it's worked out for me, so I'm pretty excited to use it again. And with all the U-turn I have on my team, I have 5 U-turners right now. So it's 5 U-turns out of what, 10, I think? 9, 10, around that range? It's really strong, and it gives me a team that has a lot of momentum to get into Machamp, get into Mamoswine, get into, I guess, Weezing, I don't know, just to be able to put into work and be able to pivot around. So I really like this Pokemon here. It's super bulky, not the fastest thing in the world, but I don't need speed right now. So I'm okay with grabbing Machamp here. Pretty happy with the pickup. Our next mon, I really wanted Spikes. But Rose Raid got sniped. So we decided to go with our backup, which is going to be Omastar. Omastar is cool. It gives me access to Spikes, but most importantly also gets access to Shell Smash, so it doesn't have to do only one thing. if I'm bringing Omastar, my opponent may think, okay, he might be Shell Smash, but I could also be Spikes, or vice versa. So they have to prep for multiple things. It's not like something like Roselia, where it's like, okay, if it's coming, it's probably Spikes or T-Spike. And that's why I wanted to get Omastar and pay the extra points for it, which I was okay doing. Its coverage is kind of lackluster. It's like Ice, Water, and like Rock moves, I guess Earth Power as well. But in general, just a solid Pokemon, happy to have it. That's really it. It's a good Pokemon that I'm happy to actually have on the team. And it gives me utility with Spikes, and if Spikes do come, then it's really good because 19 forces so many switches. So we'll see how it goes. We'll see how Spikes works for us. If it doesn't work well, I may drop this for a Pokemon that gets actually better Spikes, but there's not many. It's like Frostlass, and that's it. And I already have a Ghost type, and I already have a Frail Ghost type of that, and I already have an Ice type on top of that too. So yeah. Our next mon is going to be Beep Beep, the Charjabug. It is back, and we got webs. Do I need webs? No, I don't need webs, but now someone else doesn't have them, which is super cool. It also gives me the option, because imagine Victini behind webs, Mammal behind webs, Machamp behind webs. Very scary. Dragapult, not having to worry about anything being scarfed at all. Very scary. So yeah, I think this Pokemon is just solid overall. It is my first bug type, which is interesting, but again, just provides me with a bit more momentum, a bit more utility, something people have to prep for. That's really it. Just they gotta prep for it, and that is it. Then our final mon, Maractus. Somewhere, Dr. Slacking is cheering, okay? He's super happy about this. I have Whimsicott in my other league and pack, and I have Maractus here. His two favorite Pokemon. This Pokemon here, really nice. It gives me access to Storm Drain, but again, that's really it. And Spikes, that's it. Spikes and Storm Drain, that's all it does. And if I can be anything like my daddy D-Ray, then I could run Maractus and put in the thumbnails of all my videos, and it had to do really well because, oh my god, Maractus is a fantastic thumbnail Pokemon. But yeah, guys, that's going to be it for our roster for this draft. I'm super excited for it. And Shadow, what do you think about it? Stop biting me. What do you think about this draft? You like it? Yeah? Okay. That's what I thought. But yeah, that's going to be it. If you guys enjoyed the video, leave a like. Make sure to comment as well what your favorite Pokemon of this is going to be. Make sure to also subscribe to the channel if you are new. Again, hi, Matt. You are unsubscribed. You should subscribe to the channel. Yeah, that's really all I got for you guys today. This league will be going up on Saturdays, so make sure to come back every single Saturday, starting this Saturday for week number 1. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you all next time.